Students, welcome to e-learning program. I'm Sunil Ekar from HAL English Medium School, Ozer Township. Now, in the first part of the history lesson, 8th standard, lesson number 5, social and religious reforms. We have seen in the first part, there are some reformers and their institutions. First of all, we have seen Raja Ram Mohan Rai, who has established the Brahmo Samaj. Then Prarthana Samaj, we have seen the another institution is there, Dadoba Pandurang Tarkharkar, who has established this Prarthana Samaj. Then another, the Satyashodak Samaj, Mahatma Jyotirao Phule has established this institution. What is their work is there? We have seen in the first chapter. Now, the another Arya Samaj, we have seen Swami Dayanand Saraswati has established this institution. Then Ramakrishna Mission, we have seen the Swami Vivekananda has established this institution. Then emancipation of women, we have seen this topic is there. Then in the last of the first part, we have seen the Savitribai Phule, who has the first lady teacher for the women or the girls school is there. Now, in that topic, we have seen the Devdasis. What about the Devdasis? We have seen Devdasis who has sent to the serve for the god is there. Then Sri Purush Tulna we have seen the Tarabai Shinde who has written this book is there. Then Maharshi Dhondo Keshawkar started the Anath Balika Ashram, an orphanage for girls. We have seen in the first part. Yes, I think so. You know it very well. You remember it. Now, in the second part, we will see the further topics are there. Okay. Now, his intention was to give education to all women and make them stand on their own feet. Maharshi Dhondo Keshav Karve, his intention was the education to give all the women and make them stand on their own feet. Through his efforts, the first women university was set up in the 20th century. Pandita Ramabai founded the Sharda Sadan and took up the responsibility of taking care of disabled children and women. Now another the Pandita Ramabai was the reformer is there. In 20th century, Pandita Ramabai founded the Sharda Sadan and took up the responsibility of taking care of disabled children and the women are there. Ramabai Ranade, through the medium of Seva Sadan Institute, started the nursing course for the women. Is very important thing is there. In that period, the Pandita Ramabai started the nursing course for the women is there. She demanded the right to vote for women. She insisted that the right to vote for the women should be there. She demanded at that time. Through articles, Dr. Ambedkar spoke about the injustice towards women. Dr. Ambedkar, Baba Sahib Ambedkar, you know it very well, who was another the social reformer was there and who spoke about the injustice towards the women. Mahatma Gandhi also advocated education of women. Mahatma Gandhi also advocated education of the women. Women have given valuable contribution during the freedom movement. Women reforms movement helped in helped in closing down many unjust practices in the society. You know it very well. A lot of the maximum social reformers just they helped, they involved in the movement in the closing down many unjust practices in the society. The sati practices is there, then dowry practices there, cash weapon is there, widow remarriage, all these the practices, the bad unjust practices where they involved in this movement is there. The voice for problems against women broke out. Women started putting up their own thoughts through their writings. And all these problems, they started putting up their own thoughts through their writings. Their performances, their performance in every sector of life flourished due to the education, and every performance in the every sector of the life of the women is there. It was the flourished. Why? Because of the education is there. And so education is very important. And just think about it. If the social reformers had not started the education of women, what will happen? Just think over it. If the social reformers had not started education of women, you know it very well. Everywhere is the ignorance, you know it very well. And at present, what kind of transformation is seen in the life of women due to education? And you know it very well. Every woman, in every sector, just they serve with the men. In the men dominated field, also the women is serving there. So this is the effect of the education is that. Do you think there is a need for taking further efforts regarding education of women? If yes, then what efforts need to be taken? Just think on it. The next topic is religious reform among the Muslims. Abdul Latif started the social reform among the Muslim community. He established the Mohammedan Literary Society in Bengal. First of all, Abdul Latif, who was started the Mohammedan Literary Society in Bengal for the Muslim society especially. Sir Syed Ahmed Khan founded the Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College. It later developed into Aligarh Muslim University, which means it transferred. First of all, the Sir Syed Ahmed Khan founded the Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College is there. It was a college. Then it developed into the Aligarh Muslim universities. Now, right now, it becomes the good universities there, Aligarh Muslim University is there. And he advocated Western science and technology. Sir Ahmed Khan, especially, he advocated the Western science and technology in the study in this university. He firmly believed that Muslim could make progress only by studying modern education and science. He believed that. Sir Syed Ahmed Khan firmly believed that he could, all the Muslims could make progress only by studying the modern education and science is there. Then moment in Hindu society. In 1915, Hindu Mahasabha was established to give a respectable position to the Hindu. You know it very well, a very great achievement, the great movement was there. In 1915, the Hindu Mahasabha was established and it gives a respectable position to the Hindu community. Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya laid the foundation of Banaras Hindu University. Dr. Keshav Baliram Hedgewar. In 1925, he established Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh at Nagpur. First of all, Dr. Keshav Baliram Hedgewar, he was established the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh in 1925 at Nagpur. Its aim was to set up disciplinary and virtuous organization of Hindu. A very great aim was there. Especially the Hindu youth is there. Then V.D. Savarkar, that is Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, built the Patit Pavan temple at Ratnagiri. Now you know it very well, Patit Pavan organization was also spread all over the Maharashtra is there, you know it very well. And at that time, the Patit Pavan temple was established at Ratnagiri by V.D. Savarkar. open to all caste of Hindu religion. Common dining program were also arranged at that time. Very good thing he has done it very well. Then manifestation of Renaissance is other areas. Just as the reform movement, the development in various fields of literature, art, and science during the Renaissance period is also important. And in that Renaissance period, is a very important things are there, which are the literature, art, and science was developed in that Renaissance period. In the field of literature, Rabindranath Tagore, and in the field of science, C.V. Raman received Nobel Prizes. You know it very well, the first Nobel Prizes, the first Nobel Prize in India. Who got it? Rabindranath Tagore got this Nobel award is there for the Gita Rahasya, the novel he has written, Gita Rahasya. And C.V. Raman, second, the C.V. Raman who had got the or the received the Nobel Prize in the science, in the physics. This gives as an idea of the progress in India. This progress was responsible for building up modern India, and all these things are there, which are the Nobel Prize received by the Indians, which is the sign is the progress was responsible for the building up the modern India is there. Stories, novels gave inspiration. You know it very well. The mm, stories, novels give inspiration and gain independence. They also express thought on social reforms. During the period, women also took up writings, and at that time, when they read all the stories, novels, and all these things, and they got the inspiration through these novels and stories are there, and they gain independence, especially the women is there. And during this period, women also took up writing in the newspaper and magazines, become the sources of social reforms and political awakening. It means they got the inspiration, women got the inspiration in that pre-independence era. There was development in the field of art as well, and also the development in the field of art is also. Music became more popular. Indian style and Western techniques were combined, and a new school of painting came forward. It means the music and painting and all these things are developed at that time because of this education is there. Many books were written based on science. People started realizing that experimentation and scientific attitude were important for the progress of the country. And right now, also we know it very well. We realized in 20th centuries also what the science, technology, experimentation, and scientific attitude, these things are very important for the progress of the countries there. And in the history of modern India, the movement of Renaissance is very important. And in that period, in the history of modern India, the movement of Renaissance is a very important thing is there on the principle of literary liberty, sorry, and principle of liberty and equality and nationalism. The Indian social reformers set up a nation-wide political movement. The study of this movement will be dealt in the next chapter, that is beginning of freedom movement. The next chapter is there, sixth chapter is there, we will see in that lesson is there. Now exercises is given below the lesson is there, the fill in the blanks are there, the complete the table is there also, then explain the following statement with reason is also there, write short notes also there. Just you have to write all these exercises, all these questions in your homework notebook is there. Okay, got it. Thank you very much.